Always wanted to do cartoony animation? In this video, I'll show you step by step how to bring a Tom and Jerry gag to life using a Tom rig. Along the way, we'll explore the 12 principles of animation and really push them with industry techniques to create something fun and memorable. Now, we are on part 6 of the cartoony animation demo. So this is going to be the last part, guys, where I will be finishing off the Tom animation. Yeah. So that last section shouldn't take too long. It's Tom shaking his head and just leaning forward. Cool, let's go for it. So I want to go back to selecting the character again, see where we are. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 6 poses in total, but we'll see. Yeah, I've got too much of a rotation happening here from his bottom half. I'm just looking over here. It's just doing, I can have that. Keep that pose. That, see that forward motion is too much. Need to find what controller's doing that. Yeah, this is the one. So I'll go back to the previous one, copy it over here, and then I can just move its maximum. Let's go. Oops. As that rotation's happening from the bottom half, we want to rotate the head as well. I want to involve the chest as well, so it's not just the bottom half and the top half doing this. As that's happening, I'm looking at the hand. It's starting to rise up. Let's bring this hand up. I want to move it in object mode. That way I'm following, I hope so, the path it was going in. There. So I'm just focusing on this area. At the moment. There. I want to feel that slide on the fingers as well. Finger animation is not super fun because, I mean, it takes a little bit of time. You don't see progress so quickly, but it does look pretty awesome once you get things working the way you want them to. I'm looking at that from there, just making sure it's not going through the ground. Okay, that hand seems to be fine now. Let's go to the left one. And believe me, guys, there's no like way around it. I want to leave this hand there for now because it's just so small, the motion that's happening there. Maybe I can put a small adjustment motion. I can see the motion happening in the reference, but there's nothing specific. It's just kind of staying there and being alive-ish. So I'm going to leave that hand there for now. I might come back to it. So he turns. Oh, over one frame, there's a big spacing. So he's turning, big turn. Okay. I also want to get these legs. The legs kind of go out a little bit. There. And this one over here, let's see what this one's doing. As the body's rotating, so are the legs. And it's, I would assume it's coming closer towards the camera. A bit of this, a bit of that. There we go. Cool, let's save this and move on to the next pose. So there, we want a big rotation. I want to start with the base first, because this section, like the bottom, the body mover, affects the whole body. So you want something that's going to have an effect on the whole body first. You want to rotate that. And let's do a rotation here. What's that chest? So he is looking over his, for this section. Let's get a bit more of a rotation on the head. Like this. Maybe I pushed it a bit too much, but let's see. Yeah, that rotation is feeling a bit too much. That's okay. Let's just pull back a bit. And feel free to always like go back and forth with the frames. It gives you a feeling of, when I do this, is it doing the same thing this leg is doing? It helps you measure the distance in terms of how much it's going, how little it needs to go. And on this specific, you know, on this specific exercise, I'm sticking quite close to the reference because, I want to show you guys one version where I'm like working very closely with a reference, and I'll do another version where I'm very, like I'm only, I'll probably do like a version, a cartoony animation shot next time where I'm just working over my thumbnails and there's no reference. So just to show you guys two different ways of working, one quite close to the reference, and you know, I can sometimes you've seen me in this, you've even seen me here when I've in the previous episodes where I'm working with a reference, but I'm sometimes moving away from it. I don't have to stick to it 100%, but in this specific case, I want to be quite tight to the reference, and at times, if not needed, I can move away a little bit. It's also nice to see how far or how close I can get, how far I can push this shot, and how close I can get in terms of what the 2D animation is doing. Because it is quite tricky to replicate what's happening in 2D. There, let's pull this pulver out. Because the characters in 2D you can always mold and cheat. Should I say cheat? In 2D, you can basically get away with things that you can't in 3D, which is understandable. But how can we achieve that in 3D to give it that cartoony, really loose, fun feel? You know, it's still achievable. It's just, you got to work for your money. That's how I put it. There we go. Fingers are lifting. Well, let's lift the hand up a bit more. There we go. So now when I'm sliding that hand up, see the fingers like drag across. And that's what's happening over here as well. Let me know in the comments what you how you guys found this whole series that I've done for the cartoony animation. Have you enjoyed it? Has it been useful? Have you found things that you can maybe implement into your workflow? Maybe try out your own cartoony animation based on what I've just done over here, and try it out, learn. It's to help you improve. And yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this video. If you've enjoyed it, if you found it useful, if there's any other like types of animation you'd like to see me do, I'm open to trying. It's been really fun. I've not done a cartoony shot for a little while, but I do like doing them. It's super cool to just break the rig. You know, I do like to break the rig. It just shows me, oh, if you how to push what you already have and squash that head, squish, squish, squish. I can see Thomas's head really squished. Squish a bit more, squish. At the end of the day, if it's entertaining, it doesn't matter if you're really, you've broken the rig or if you've done whatever with it. As long as it's entertaining shots and people like it, that's all that matters. And of course, we want to see nice animation. That's part of it as well. Let's do a quick play blast, see what this looks like. Well, we're over here, we're in a turning section, but let's take a look at the whole thing. Just do a little recap. Zoom out. So I can see him coming in and hitting this. Move me out the way. All right, cool. Yeah, we're getting to the part where the head's shaking, like, he's trying to, shake that little smack that he's had against the wall, and then like give that really angry look at Jerry. I'll say Jeffrey. Yeah, and Jerry. There we go. Well, we're getting there. So we have the characters coming in. Boing, splat. Huh. Okay, let's keep going. Have you guys ever had to switch your IK, FK as much as I have now? I always say try to stay in one mode as much as you can, but if you have something really crazy like this happening, then maybe like, the shot calls for it. The shot wants it to be very, all over the place. See what I'm seeing over here is the body is leaning forward. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, up until there, it's moving very slowly. I'm gonna go into like spline territory. So I want to like move the body drifting stream right very slowly. I don't want to do this all on ones because there's no need to do it all on ones. If there's no need to do it on ones, you know what I mean. All right, let's see where he's leaning first. He does snap forward over these two frames. So I want that to be a little bit different. And then comes back. Oh, and that's cool. We're almost done. So up until there, I think I could just get away with one pose. That. Something like this. Yeah, it just needs to be leaning forward and right. Let's get a bit of Z axis on this. Let's see. Feels like it's too much. Let's pull back. That's why scrubbing through your shot is always good. But the head I'll probably need to do in, I would definitely need to do in ones. Because the body's moving screen right very slowly. Hold on, let's bring it down. The body's leaning this way very slowly, so I don't need to do it in ones. However, in that time the head is doing all these crazy shakes, I would need to, add more frames to interpret that. Okay, crazy twisting happening there. Maybe I can translate his head. His head feels so screen right. That way, maybe I can just more of a twist. I have to do some sound effects. It's just inevitable. I guess I'm selling it more when I do that. He wants to stay there for a little bit. It's an ease out rotation. So meaning from this pose, if you look how much it goes from screen left to right, bang. That's a big spacing. And look, when he's moving from here to screen left, it's easing out, bang, big. So even in big cartoony shots and animations, we still need to add those ease ins and ease outs. So here, it's very squished. And up until here as well, even with the legs, I can just put that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leaning on one side. So you know what we did with the with the hips? It's just following one motion until here. So where's the hips? Yeah, 59 to 50, 63. It's doing that slow leaning forward. I could just do that with the legs. Well, I will have to do that with the legs because look, it's doing that same motion. So if I look at the feet, drag, it's following that lean forward that the body's doing. So it's going to be pretty straightforward for me. So you see, I don't have to do it in one frame. One frame on ones. Too much. If the if the motion is too much, I like to use the graph editor for small adjustments. You know, if I can get away with, well, not get away with, but in the graph editor, I'm using my English, you're always going to be a bit more, well, you're going to be much more accurate because you're not just guessing visually, you're telling exactly the amount of values you want. There we go. Let's get this one as well. 63. Let's see what's happening. Oh, it's just leaning backwards or rotating. Okay. See what the hand is doing. See if we can get anything in there. Okay, let's just have it slide forward a little bit. Scroll. There we go. It's a bit too much. I'll leave it like that for now. It just feels a bit too much though. I don't I don't think it should be noticeable. It should be very subtle. And now it's very noticeable. Let's see. No, it's actually, you know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay. One thing around here, we need to start raising this hand, screen right hand. That's one part of the body that we can't just leave till having it happen with 4 or 5 frames. Now we can loosen these hands. Fingers, not hands. Okay, there we go. Let me know which part of the in the comments, guys, which part of the body when you're posing, animating that you find quite tricky. Because everyone has, some people don't like fingers or just find them a little bit repetitive. Uh, some people lip sync, facial animation is quite tricky. Everyone has their own, specific areas that they don't, I won't say like, but areas that they would probably like to improve on. So just let me know in the comments which areas you would like to improve on or you found difficult throughout the years. And maybe, just maybe, I'm joking. I'll try to probably make a tutorial to help you guys on those areas that you need to improve or you would like to improve, you know? Because that's what this channel is about. It's about helping you guys improve, become better animators, and just sharing that information that I've gathered over the last 16, 17 years. So there we go. That hand seems to be, and let's flick, let's flick between those two poses that we've just created. Let's go back. Oh, it's going too far back. I need to pull this guy forward. Yep, it's too far back. Yeah, this feels a bit better. I could avoid some of the sliding because over here it just seems to go up. Let's not be lazy. That's a bit better. There we go. That's a bit better. All right, let's get the next pose in for that finger or that hand. So I want to work off this one that I just created rather than going back to square one. Okay, there it is. So what's happening? Let's see. It's continuing that trajectory up, slightly back. Right. Let's put a bit of rotation on there. And over here, there's enough room between the floor and the fingers that they're starting to loosen up. Like they're not bending anymore. Or they'll have minimal bend, like that kind of bend. As they go up, they start to relax. So we want a bit more of that relaxing happening in the fingers, which you can see is in the reference. It's really nice to come towards the end of this cartoony animation tutorial. You know, it's it's nice to wrap it up. Hopefully, it's been useful to you guys. So we're working on the head shake. Let's minimize this. So we work on the area that we want to focus on. Head turn. So I'm only focusing on the head turn at the moment. Well, the head shake. Yeah, 64 and 65 are the frames where he leans forward quite a bit. Up till 63, we're leaning forward. So let's zoom in. So up until 63, we're leaning forward slowly. And then over one frame, one, two, two frames, we do a big snap. Let's rotate him. Let's get a big lean. Let's have that face look screen right. Well, the whole face is rotated. And get rid of that stretch a little bit. Well, I mean the squash. It's a good time to open the eyes. Another quick way is maybe just grab these eye controllers and click this. His eyes. And the best way is just open up both eyelids and use the eyebrows as the top eyelids. As you see how over here, just above Thomas's eyes, the top eyelids are essentially the eyebrows. So we just want to get a nice strong silhouette looking screen right there. And I might need to do a bit of sculpting for the eyebrows. Bring them down. think this side needs, there we go. I can't get that shape. Not with this free controllers. We can't see this side, so I don't have to be so precious, but we still want to get a bit of a, pull up around here. It's more important that I see something from around here. Okay. Oops. The eyebrows. Oh, the eyebrows. The ears as well. So let's have the ears do this. It's very, that sharp turn is causing the ears to have a sharp pose as well. I might need to just cheat this just so it looks visibly good on this side. There we go. Okay, so let's get that hand up as well. Let's get this elbow down. It's been fun working with this Thomas rig. I am looking to finish this though. It's always nice wrapping up a shot you've started. Oh, see, oh, there we go. I think that's his elbow pivot. Yeah, it is. That's what I was looking for. This. There's some geometry penetration happening going through one another, so I need to just pull this hand forward a little bit. There. Okay, now I can have Thomas's hand quite relaxed. We initially had the hand coming relaxed around here. There, it's coming up. There's a bit of geometry going through one another, but it's not the end of the world. I can move the legs around to compensate for that afterwards. Okay, let's get these fingers down. Get that really loose, just like it is over here. Sometimes I jump into wireframe mode just to see where the controls are. Just a little bit more easier to see. Sometimes the rotations you've done might be a bit too much to the point where they're kind of hidden, really. And that's not what we want. There we go. That feels a bit better. Let me flick between the two. There we go. Let's see what this hand is doing between those two frames. I'm going to go off the reference a little bit. I just want to keep this hand alive. Add a bit of rotation. That's too much. Trying to do this without going into the graph editor. Pull this elbow out a little bit. I'm always keeping my eye out for different areas of the shot. There it's fine. Let's pull the elbow out a little bit. And it's impossible to notice everything all in one go. So when you have these moments where you just go, hold on a minute, I've not seen that before. It's probably a good time to go fix. Push and pull right. Just to get that stretch across the body. And then it just comes back. Okay. Oh, we're almost done. Let's get this leg moving forward. Save. So we want him to go back afterwards, but not as much. So what I want to do is grab frame 65, which seems to be fine. Seems to be. Go to 76. Hold on, let me see how much he comes back. Okay, let's do 69. So he keeps coming back for a couple of frames. And that's it. That should be the final pose. Just need him. Just the back rotation, grab the hips. We want this to feel like a recoil. So he's stretched forward and then he's coming back, but it should not feel like it's motivated to go back. It's more of a spring. So when you go boing, it's that kind of feeling. So he's kind of coming back into that position. Let's bring this guy down. Nope, that's too much. Too much. So I probably need to flick between the two. Yeah. Okay. So let's have the stretch in the face go back as well. Then the head comes back as well a little bit. So there. Still too much. I might need to jump into the graphics to do this section. Those small adjustments, I think you can only get those done in the graphics because you're either going to go back and forth for a while, or you're going to go back and forth for a while. Okay, here we go. So if that's where we start, we come back. Okay, that feels better. Now we can have the ear going back into its kind of normal position. There. And this one, all I'm doing is I'm just zeroing things out. So we just don't want any keys on those. I just want to go back to neutral. Yes, but I still want that pose in the back like this. So you can go from that to this. Okay. Elbow is doing something weird over here. Let's see the direction of the hands, where that's going. Okay, it's going up. Let's put this in wall space. Let's go right. And also it's doing this. And now let's continue that relaxing of the fingers. Don't forget, we started that. That motion would not just stop out of nowhere. And after we do this, we just hit Playblast, see where we're at. Hopefully. Ooh, the fingers don't look too great there. Zoom, zoom. That's what's going through my mind. Zoom, zoom. Let's get this sorted. No. Let me know in the comments, guys. Are you enjoying this cartoony animation, or is it a bit boring? Because I mean, the stuff that you're learning on this exercise that I'm doing, well, exercise animation shot that I'm doing, you can just apply it to any kind of animation you want to do. It could just be a Tom and Jerry. It could be a cartoony like Looney Tunes. It's not so different from Tom and Jerry, actually, Looney Tunes. But it's a good way to help you, think about the kind of stuff that you can do in your shot, what controllers you can use, and how to flex your animation muscles. I was just thinking about what to say. I'm like, what can I say? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? That's what happens when you have an animator on his own or her own, just animating for such a long time, not communicating with other animators. So you're all in my head right now, which is amazing. It's like Charlie's Chocolate Factory. Lots of crazy stuff happening. All right, cool. So we've got those fingers in there, and you know, probably need to get something a bit more nicer than what I've just done. There we go. That feels a bit better. Let's see what else we need to add in there for the last pose. So when I'm moving back and forth, guys, I'm looking at the body parts from 65, frame 65 to 69. What's not moving? The left hand, screen left hand, the legs are not moving. So you can see how they're coiling back in, coiling like a snake. All right, my sarcasm is on like 1,000 today. All right, cool. Let's pull these legs back. And not only pull them back, but we're going to have a bit of a rotation. Down. Let's do the same thing with this other leg. Pull this guy back. Oh, let's flick between the two. That's too much of translation happening. It should be more rotation. Doesn't drag that far across the screen. If I can get my words out. It's a bit of a rotation sideways. See where this hand was going. All right, let's see. Let's do a play blast. See what this looks like. Let's move me out the way. I've enjoyed doing this. It's been fun. Let me know in the comments if there was a specific part of the demo that you enjoyed. Was there any things that you picked up on? And would you like to see another cartoony animation, but something completely different? Shakes his head, looks forward, comes back. Oh, we've got some stuff happening there that we need to fix. So let's see it in slow motion. It's going to cash it out for us one more time. Splat. Shake. Drop. Okay. There's probably a weird curve in there that's causing the head to move around a bit at the very end. Around here, look. When he shakes his head right, left, right. There's see where the head is moving there? There's probably a weird curve in there. Let's go fix that. And I think we're done with the shot. Let's go into the graph editor. Where is it? Oh, look at the rotations because the translation. There we go. This is it. It should not be doing that stuff. Let's go in there. Snap. Cool. And just like that, it should work. And if it doesn't, we'll call it the end of the demo. No, I'm joking. We will fix it. Let's see. Let's do another Playblast. Gonna see if it works this time. Let's see. Okay. Come on, Tom. Fly into the scene. Splat. Boing. Boing. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I can do more polishy stuff at the end. But I think that's it, guys, for the shots, for the cartoony animation shots. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So we have Tom coming into the scene, smacking onto that pillar or pole, whatever you want to call it, and then has like this vibrational moment and then slumps down. But when he slumps, we've done all the whole squash and stretch, shakes himself off and looks across. So yeah, it's been fun. Really enjoyed it. If you guys do want me to do a polish pass, one special episode where I do a polish pass, that episode, if you guys want me to do that, I need to see some what's the word? I need to see some interest because the demo is already done. So if you want me to go into hyper detail with like sculpting some stuff, putting extra small details, just put loads of comments into the video so I can see that there's enough interest that you guys want me to do that. I will go ahead, and if that's the case, seeing as I'm doing that, I will also, if you guys want me to do a polish pass, I will not only put the sculpting stuff in here, but I also will add the explosion effects in with 2D stuff. So I'll go in there, start drawing. See that? When he smacks into it, you've got this like gust of air just exploding away. So I can do like effects and polish pass for the next demo, but only if you guys want me to do that. If you're happy with even when he shakes his head, we've got motion blur happening, so I can sketch all those in on top of the animation. Yeah, that's it. And I'll go in there and like fix some small polishy stuff. Besides that, I think that's it, guys. Hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully you've liked the video. Hopefully all the series, the 6-part series, has been useful and helpful to you. If you have found it useful, please hit the like and subscribe. I'll have more videos for you. And the like also shows me that you did enjoy the video and you do like the content. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. I'll have loads more for you guys. Thank you. And see you on the next video. If you're serious about improving your animation, check the videos on the channels, join the live streams or rewatch them, or dive into the playlist which I put together, which include fundamentals, body mechanics, posing characters and much more, so you can focus on one area at a time to not feel overwhelmed. Pick the skill you want to level up, hit play and start your animation journey today. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button and I'll have much more to help you improve. Thank you.